Namaste everyone. Today we will be seeing daily current affairs analysis brought to you by Shankar IAS Academy. Today we will be seeing the news for the date of 17th of September. Before we start, please subscribe to our channel for regular updates. And these are the topics which we will be seeing today. First topic is regarding the lifestyle diseases. We will see what is meant by lifestyle disease, the risk factors, and the government initiatives with this regard. The second topic is regarding the political representation of women. We will see the current status, the challenges they face, and the key initiatives of the government. Third one is regarding the malaria. We'll see what kind of disease it is, and also the key initiatives taken by government with regard to tackling malaria. Fourth one is the INS, that is Indian Naval Ship Nistar, and also the exercise Pacific Reach of 2025. Fifth one is the Prelims Focus. These are the short topic notes which will be helpful for both prelims as well as mains. Now we will get into this topic. The first topic which we will be seeing today is about lifestyle diseases. We'll move on to this topic. So first we will see the definition of it, and before that, lifestyle diseases are also known as non-communicable diseases, that is NCDs. So one tip regarding mains answer writing. So whenever you are using this short form, ensure that when you are writing for the first time, expand it. First write non-communicable diseases and in bracket write NCDs. Then in later part of the answer you can just mention it as NCDs. Sure. Ensure that at the start initially you are giving the expanded form. Now we will go back to the topic. We will see the definition of lifestyle diseases. Diseases primarily linked to changes in lifestyle, environment and behavior rather than infection. That is, these diseases are not caused by infections by bacteria, virus, fungi, etc. But rather they are linked with lifestyle, environment and behavior changes. They develop over time due to unhealthy habits such as poor diet, lack of exercise, stress, substance abuse, etc. Now we will see major lifestyle diseases in India. First one is cardiovascular diseases or CVDs. These include hypertension, artery diseases, etc. Second is diabetes mellitus, both type 1 and type 2. This is also caused by inactivity, poor eating habits, etc. And third is about cancers. These are also caused by tobacco consumption, smoking, alcohol consumption, and also due to environment. Another one is chronic respiratory diseases. These include asthmas, which are also aggravated by the air pollution, and also certain diseases are caused by smoking. Another one is obesity. This is also mainly a lifestyle disease, mainly caused by poor eating habits, lack of physical exercise, and also sometimes due to even stress and even lack of sleep, proper sleep. Next is mental health issues, which in the recent times we are seeing it has been increasing, and these include anxiety, stress, depression, lack of sleep, etc. Also, one thing to be noted here is the physical and mental health are interlinked. Now we will see the risk factors. Risk factors means the factors which increases the likelihood of getting these diseases. The first one is unhealthy diet. Instead of eating a diet, balanced diet, which is rich in which consists of fruit, vegetables, cereals, etc. Now we are moving towards processed food, which have high sugar and salt content. So this unhealthy diet is one of the major reasons for lifestyle diseases such as obesity, diabetes, etc. For addressing it, you can link it with millets, the nutri cereals. So second one is physical inactivity. Many of us are now involved in desk job, or even for preparation we are just sitting and we are preparing. These for a prolonged period of time, this leads to inactivity, and also increases the chances of getting these diseases, developing these diseases, so rather. So one suggestion is every once in every 1 hour or 2 hours we can get up and do some minimal exercise for 5 minutes, and again start. So we will be preparing for almost 1 year. So this can be incorporated. This small exercise for 5 minutes every 1 hour can be incorporated. It should be helpful. and also it increases our attention. Next is tobacco use. It includes consumption of tobacco, smoking, and even passive smoking. Even the secondary smokers, that is the people who don't smoke but they come in between the air which is exhaled by the smokers, even they are affected because of smoking. And this also increases lifestyle diseases mainly related to the respiratory diseases like asthma. Another one is alcohol consumption. In recent periods, it has been noted that alcohol consumption has been increased. Also, the in many movies or even web series which we are now seeing, this is being regularized. It is being I mean, it's being shown as it's a correct thing to do, or it's the way we should celebrate. Actually, alcohol consumption leads to various diseases, including organ failures of liver, etc. And there is no who recommends that there is no safe limit for alcohol. So next one is poor stress and poor sleep. This poor sleep is one of the major contributing factors for various lifestyle diseases, including obesity. It's during sleep while our body rejuvenates. The toxins from our brain are removed when we are having a proper sleep. When this sleep cycle is disturbed, it again becomes a cyclic reaction and disturbs all other biological patterns. So next one is environmental factors. Now we have pollution in almost everything, including noise pollution, sound pollution, air pollution, etc. Sorry, so the noise and sound pollution are same. Sorry, air pollution, water pollution, etc. These also increases the livelihood of diseases, and also one another important pollution is indoor pollution. Even lack of fresh air and sunlight. Even these increases the livelihood of getting this developing these diseases. Now we will see its impact of NCDs in India. First one is NCDs account for approximately 65% of deaths in India. This is as per the WHO estimates. So this is an important pointer which you can use in mains, or you can even use it as an introduction in mains. India is called the diabetes capital of the world because we have over 100 million diabetic patients in this country. Even this is also important pointer which can be used in mains. These high incidence of non-communicable disease results in a high economic burden due to productivity loss and rising healthcare cost. And now youth and urban population are increasing being vulnerable to these diseases. Also, if I am not wrong, there was a newspaper report some time back or maybe a year back stating that even diabetes is being found in tribal populations in our country. So please check it that if it is true, even that's an important point or a unique point which you can also use it in mains. Now we will see the government measures in tackling this NCDs. First one is National Program for Prevention and Control of Cancer, Diabetes, Cardiovascular Diseases and Stroke, that is NPCDCS, under the National Health Mission. This you can consider as an umbrella mission for controlling this NCDs. And one important point is aims for both prevention as well as control. Second one is Fit India movement. This is a movement under the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. It aims to increase the awareness about health and physical exercise, and it encourages regular exercise, yoga, healthy lifestyle, and mental well-being. Third one is Eat Right movement by FSSAI. So you can get a direct prelims question regarding FSSAI itself. They can ask what kind of body it is, under which ministry it functions. Now we'll get back to the Eat Right India movement. It has three pillars. First one is eat right, second is eat healthy, and third is eat sustainable. Its tagline is Sahi Bhojan Behtar Jeevan, that is eat right and have a healthy lifestyle. Next one is Poshan Abhiyan. Its full form is Prime Minister's overarching scheme for health and nutrition. It's by the Ministry of Women and Child Development, and its objective is to improve the nutritional status among the children below the age of 6, lactating mothers and pregnant women. These are the some of the government initiatives regarding combating the non-communicable diseases. These will be helpful for your mains, and there are also other initiatives. Please kindly do check about it. Now we will see the practice questions. Question is, with reference to lifestyle diseases, that is non-communicable diseases, consider the following statements, and they have asked incorrect one. First one, the WHO identifies tobacco use, unhealthy diet, physical inactivity, and harmful use of alcohol as key modifiable risk factors for NCDs. Yes, this is correct. Non-communicable diseases account for more than 60% of all deaths in India. Yes, this is also correct. Unlike communicable diseases, lifestyle diseases are not preventable. This is important. The statement is wrong. They are preventable. And they are asking the incorrect statements. So the answer will be option D. Option D, 3 only. So when we are reading this, whether they are asking incorrect or correct twice, it will reduce the likelihood of missing it. So I will suggest you to follow this method by reading it twice. That is before going through the statements and after reading the statements. This is just my suggestion. If you find a better way, you can follow that. Yes, the answer is 3. Now we'll move on to the next topic. Before we move on to this topic, in the previous topic, under the Eat Right India movement by FSSAI, I made a mistake regarding the pillars of it. There are actually 3 pillars. The first one is eat safe, second is eat healthy, and third is eat sustainable. So that was it. Now we'll move on to the next topic. Now we'll see the next topic. The topic is political representation of women. So we will see the current status. These are the data points which you can directly mention in the mains. So the first one is women contesting general elections has risen from 3% in 1957 to 10% in 2024. Second is women MPs in Lok Sabha. The first Lok Sabha there were about 22 women MPs. Now we have about 75 women MPs, which accounts for about 14%. Third aspect is women in Rajya Sabha. In 1952 there were about 15 members. Now it is about 42 members, which is approximately 17%. Another aspect is women in Panchayati Raj institutions. There are about 14.5 lakh EWRS, that is elected women representatives, which is approximately 46% of total representatives. So here there is 1/3 seats reserved for women. That is an important point to be noted. Now we will compare with the international scenario. Rwanda does greater than 60% of women in parliament. This is the world's highest, and it is due to the constitutional quota. Scandinavian countries such as Sweden, Finland have more than 40% of women in the legislatures. And global average, about there is about 26% of women in parliament, but India is having about 14% only. Now we will see about the challenges, other reasons why there is less political representation for women. First one is the patriarchal norms and the socio-cultural barriers. Politics is traditionally seen as a male domain, and women are generally restricted to household jobs. So even if women are allowed to do other jobs, they are restricted to pink collar jobs and not jobs related to politics. Second is the low representation of women in party leadership. Within the party itself, there is low representation of women, and also there are few parties where women get into leadership positions. This highly discourages women joining politics, and this in turn is also a reason for why there is less number of women in the legislatures or the parliament. Also, there is an aspect of Sarpanch Pati in local bodies. The meanings is Sarpanch is the head of the local body, and Pati means husband. Even though the head is a woman, still the power is exercised by the male, usually the husband or the father or the brother. So this is another issue. Second, another aspect is the financial and resource barriers. Elections in India, if you need to win, you need to spend a huge amount of money. But women traditionally are discouraged from family financial resources such as right to inheritance or right to property. This in turn affects their chances in joining politics. This you can also relate it with state funding of election. The next aspect is about the gender-based violence and harassment. It is easy to morally degrade a woman compared to a male. Especially in politics, it takes a very serious issue, and also women are subjected to intimidation and even sexual abuse by men. It eventually tarnishes their image. So that this is one of the major reasons why women hesitate from joining the politics. Another aspect is intersectional discrimination. So here the discrimination is not just based on gender, but it is also along with other aspects of caste and class. For example, the so-called lower class people, especially women, face double discrimination. One is based on their gender, another thing based on their caste. So this also in turn discourages them from joining the politics. Now we will see the government initiatives and support with regard to the this. First one is the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam of 2023. It provides guarantees for 33% of seats in Lok Sabha and state assemblies. Please check whether this is applicable for assemblies of Puducherry and Delhi. Also note that this is can be implemented once the delimitation and census exercise is done. Second aspect is training and capacity building by the National Commission of Women and State Institutes of Rural Development. These organizations conduct awareness program and training and leadership programs for women in joining politics. Next is the electoral reforms. The ECI has been encouraging political parties to increase the women representation within the party. Also, there have been certain parties which have in turn increased their tickets to women. For example, the TMC. Next is the Sashakt Panchayat Netri Abhiyan. It's under the Ministry of Panchayati Raj. It's a nationwide program aims to enhance the capacity building and the leadership capacity of the women elected in the Panchayati Raj institutions. Another aspect is the international commitments. India is a signatory to the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. And also there is the Sustainable Development Goals of 5, that is gender equality. So India is also bound to take steps to ensure that discrimination of women, not just in politics but in all spheres of life, is ended. So that's it for this topic. You can expect both the prelims as well as mains question in the in prelims question. You can be asked about for example, the National Commission of Women, what kind of body it is, when it was formed, for what reason it is. Also, you can expect the questions on SDGs, like match the following, which SDG 1 is related to what, SDG 2 is related to what, etc. In mains, you can expect a question on similar lines which we had discussed. Now we will move on to the mains practice question. Question is, political representation of women in India continues to lag despite progressive measures like reservation in Panchayati Raj institution and the passage of Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam of 2023. Discuss the major challenges faced by women in entering and sustaining a political career in India. Suggest measures to enhance their meaningful participation in politics. So there are two aspects in this question. First is discuss the major challenges, and second is suggest measures. So you can introduce by giving a data point with regard to women participation in politics. Second is list out the challenges they face, like we discussed before. Third is suggest the measures. Just put the side heading measures and list out the measures. In measures, you just need not restrict yourself with the measures taken by the government. You can also give the measures which you feel like it is right. After that, give a conclusion. Ensure that the conclusion is in the positive, in the optimistic way, not in a negative way. So that's it for this topic. Now we will move on to the next topic. In this topic, we will be seeing about malaria. We will get into this topic. We will first see about what is malaria. It's a vector-borne infectious disease caused by Plasmodium parasites. So first thing, it is vector-borne, that is transmitted by vectors. Second, it is a parasite. So in prelims, they can confuse it by giving a statements mentioning it as a virus or a fungi, etc., bacteria, etc. Second is transmitted through the bite of female Anopheles mosquito. This is an important one. Both are important. This is here it is Anopheles mosquito, not Aedes aegypti mosquito, because commonly we confuse it with Aedes aegypti because it's a vector for other diseases, but here it is Anopheles mosquitoes. Now we will see about the major species infecting humans. First is Plasmodium falciparum. This is the most severe and cause cerebral malaria. That is a highly severe and fatal one, which can affect the brain and even lead to coma. This is highly prevalent in African region. Second is Plasmodium vivax. It is mostly widespread in India. Third is Plasmodium malariae. Fourth is Plasmodium ovale. And fifth is Plasmodium knowlesi. This is widespread in Southeast Asia. These are the various species of this parasite. Now we will see the symptoms. Symptoms include high fever, chills, headache, sweating and fatigue. In severe cases, it may also lead to organ failure, anemia, cerebral malaria, and death. Now we will see about malaria in India. First one, India is among the top contributors to malaria cases in the Southeast Asia region. Second is we have an elimination target of to end malaria by 2030, and it is also aligned with WHO's global technical strategy for malaria. Now we will see the government programs with regard to malaria. The first one is National Vector-Borne Disease Control Program. It is a umbrella program under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. It provides an integrated control and management of vector-borne diseases including malaria, dengue, chikungunya, Japanese encephalitis, etc. Second is the National Strategic Plan for Malaria Elimination. It focuses on malaria elimination by 2030. It also focuses on surveillance-driven and region-specific initiatives for tackling malaria. Third one is the Ayushman Bharat. This malaria diagnostics and treatment has been included in the Ayushman Bharat health package. This ensures that the most vulnerable section of the people also get access to the malaria care. Fourth one is Malaria Elimination Research Alliance, that is MERA India. It is by the Indian Council of Medical Research. It is a collaborative approach which includes NGOs, research organizations, universities, and policymakers. So that's it for this topic. With regard to this topic, you can expect questions directly on prelims with regard to malaria. They can ask what kind of disease it is, how it affects, and what are the types of any subvariants are there or not, and the prevalence in India. In mains, this Ayushman Bharat is very important. They can ask a question on it. Now we will move on to the prelims practice question. The question is, with reference to malaria, consider the following statements, and they have asked to find the correct statements. First statement is, it is caused by a parasite of the genus Plasmodium. Yes, this is correct. Second, in India, Plasmodium falciparum is the most widespread species of causing malaria. No, this is incorrect. It is actually in African region. Third, malaria is transmitted by the bite of female Aedes aegypti mosquito. This is also incorrect. Fourth one, India has set a target to eliminate malaria by 2030. Yes, this is correct. So they have asked to find the correct statements. So the answer will be option A, 1 and 4 only. Now we will move on to the next topic. In this topic, we will see about INS Nistar. There is similar name, that is Operation Nistar. Please check about it in Google. Here we will see about Indian naval ship Nistar. We will get into this topic. We will see what it is. It is an indigenously designed and constructed diving support vehicle. It was commissioned in 18th of July 2025, and it has more than 80% indigenization, and it's built under India's push for Atmanirbhar in defense shipbuilding. This you can quote it as an example of Atmanirbhar Bharat in mains. Now it's equipped with side scan sonar. It will help in detecting the wreckages and submarines, and it also has remotely operated vehicles. These are similar to the UAVs which we see in air, that is unmanned aerial vehicles. Here these ROVs can be operated remotely into the deep sea oceans so that surveillance can be done. Another thing is it has deep sea diving facilities. This is actually for the crew. So this crew can complement with the ROVs when only the ROVs cannot operate. So this also has safety features. So this can facilitate underwater repairs and rescue missions, and it acts as a mothership for deep submergence rescue vehicle. So we will see about it in this slide. So India inducted 2 deep submergence rescue vehicles between 2018 and 2019. Its capability includes to rescue operations up to 650 meters depth, and India is among the select nations with dedicated submarine rescue systems and is deployable on vehicles of opportunity or by airlift worldwide. So we will see about this exercise Pacific Reach, shortened is XPR. It's hosted in Singapore. It's a biennial multinational submarine rescue exercise. And in 2025 edition, we have more than 40 countries nation participating in it. And we'll see about its structure. Its objective is to streamline submarine rescue procedures, enhance interoperability, and share best practices. It has two phases. First is harbor phase. It includes subject matter expert exchanges, medical symposiums, and cross-deck visits. And the second is sea phase. It includes the multinational submarine intervention and rescue drills in South China Sea. So this South China Sea is important. It can be asked in both prelims and mains. In prelims, they can be asked in nations associated with this dispute, and in mains, if I'm not wrong, it was asked in geography. It can be also asked in international relations. So we'll check the importance of submarine rescue. First thing is submarine rescue accidents are rare but potentially catastrophic. International cooperation is crucial. The reason is people can live without food and water for some time, but oxygen is mainly very important. So if there is an accident in submarine, first thing is we need oxygen supply. So the rescue is paramount. So we need to act fast. So that is why it is very important. And recently also we had a submarine accident in Red Sea. Please check about it. Second is this exercise provides a forum for submarine safety collaboration among the Indo-Pacific navies. We will see about the strategic significance. This deployment in South China Sea highlights India's increasing maritime footprint in contested waters. Please do check what is India's position in with regard to South China Sea. Second is it also helps in posturing. Also check about wolf warrior diplomacy. It will be useful. It can be asked in both prelims as well as mains, and also in UPSC personality test. Second, it adds to India's Act East policy and Indo-Pacific cooperation. So if in case suppose an accident occurs in a sea where this rescue is needed, so India can help the neighboring countries. So it would also help it would also help in boosting the relations with the country. So we'll see prelims practice question in regard to this topic. The first question is with reference to India's submarine rescue capability and multinational maritime exercises, consider the following statements. India's deep submergence rescue vehicles are capable of conducting submarine rescue operations up to a depth of 1200 meters. So this is an important word here. So this is incorrect. Second is the Pacific Reach exercise is a biannual multinational exercise hosted by Singapore that focuses on submarine safety and rescue interoperability. Yes, this is correct. So they are asking which of the statements are correct. So the answer will be option B, 2 only. Now we will move on to the next topic. Now we'll see about prelims focus. These are short topics which will be helpful for both prelims as well as mains. The first one is regarding Hindi Diwas or the National Hindi Day. It's celebrated annually on 14th of September, and it was decided to celebrate by the first Prime Minister of India, that is Jawaharlal Nehru sir, and it commemorates the adoption of Hindi written in Devanagari script as the official language by the Constituent Assembly on September 14, 1949, and its aim is to promote Hindi language across the world. Now we'll see second about World Hindi Day. So this is Hindi Diwas is different and World Hindi Day is different. So it's celebrated annually on 10th of January and first celebrated in 2006 by former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, and it is to commemorate the anniversary of the first World Hindi Conference held in Nagpur in January 10, 1975, and the theme of 2025 is Global Voice for Unity and Cultural Pride, and its aim is to promote Hindi language across the world. The next one is regarding the Blue Tides 2 Shows One Vision Conclave. It is organized by the state's fishery, that is Kerala's fishery department, ministry with the union government and European Union. Its aim is to build EU-Kerala partnership in ocean-based economy. It is to foster sustainable development through marine logistics, marine fisheries, aquaculture, coastal tourism, renewable marine energy, and green technologies, and to promote skill development, academic collaboration, labor mobility, policy innovation, joint research and development, and startup innovation. So this you can use it as an example in mains also. So we'll move on to the next topic. Next topic is regarding the world's first AI minister. Albania's PM Edi Rama appointed an AI generative minister to his cabinet. The AI generative minister name is Della, which means sun in Albanian language, and the aim is to ensure public tenders are 100% free of corruption. So we'll see about Della. It was first launched in January 2005 as an AI-powered virtual assistant on the e-Albanian platform. So it's also dressed in traditional Albanian attire. It gives assistance to citizens and businesses in obtaining state documents through voice commands and issuing documents with electronic stamps, thereby reducing the bureaucratic delays. This also you can quote it as an example in mains in governance, especially in governance, so that where the bureaucratic delays are reduced. Now we will move on to see a prelims practice question regarding this prelims focus topic. The question is, with reference to Hindi as an official language of India, consider the following statements. They have asked to find the correct statements. The first statement, Article 343 of the Constitution declares Hindi in Devanagari script as the official language of the Union. Yes, this is correct. The use of English for official purpose was originally intended to cease in 1965, but it continues alongside Hindi through subsequent legislation. Yes, this is also correct. Third statement, the Rajbhasha Kirti Puraskar is the highest award given by the Ministry of Education for promoting the use of Hindi in government offices. This is incorrect. It's actually Ministry of Home Affairs, and it's by the Department of Official Language. So statement 3 is wrong, and they have asked to find the correct statements. So the answer will be option A, 1 and 2 only. That's it for today. If you find the discussion helpful, please give your valuable feedback and press the like button. Also subscribe for regular updates. Thank you and have a great day.